In this position, it is white to move and win. Now, I know this looks really ridiculous and there looks like there isn't any solution. Um, but that's because I'm not going to tell you if it's win by checkmate or win material or what even the goal is. You're just trying to find the best move. And trust me, there is a trick to this puzzle. So if you would like to solve it, then please pause the short right now and go for it. And if you don't want to solve it, then you can keep listening for the solution. Okay, so in this puzzle, you are trying to go for checkmate. You're not trying to win material. And if you were trying to win material, well, maybe you could just take this with your knight and then take the queen or something, and you could win material. But you are going for checkmate, so if you want to figure it out now, then you can pause it right now and try to figure it out for yourself before I reveal the answer. Alright, so let's talk about what is going on in this position. So basically, if you want to give checkmate, you have to somehow get to this king. So if you want to give it with like a piece like the queen or bishop or rook, then it's going to have to be right next to the king because you can't jump over pieces. But if you want to give it with a knight, it could be from any one of these squares. But the main problem here is that, knight here is guarded, knight here is guarded, and like knight here is guarded, and this is also guarded. So how do you actually give checkmate with the knights? You can't. And with the bishop, it's kind of the same problem. Yes, you can take, and then you could take, and then you could take, which would be a mate in 3 puzzle, but there's a faster way to do it. Mate in 3 is not the correct solution, and maybe you try to go for some sacrifice and then give a discover check somehow, but again, that's going to be like a mate in 2 or 3 or something, not what we want. So if you noticed that the way to solve this puzzle is you need to notice that everything is actually reversed. So if you don't know what that means, what I mean by that is usually the white pieces start on the first and second rank, and the black pieces start on the seventh and eighth ranks. But if you were curious enough to notice that these numbers here, they're not like that. There's a 1 and a 2 here, and there's a 7 and an 8 here, which means all of the black pieces actually traveled all the way across the board. So this would not be possible in a real game. But, that's actually what happened. So all of these pawns are actually moving forwards because they were traveling this way, and they promote on the first rank, which means that any of these moves can't actually be captured by a pawn. So this would not be the correct solution because the knight could take, and then it would be checkmate in 2 like this, and so would this be. But this is knight to e3 and a checkmate in 1 move. That is crazy.